Have you ever felt like life has singled you out for a unique and challenging path? The idea of being a chosen one isn't just a trope from fantasy novels. It's a theme deeply rooted in mythology, psychology, and even the works of legendary authors like J.R.R. Tolkien. However, being chosen often comes with immense pressure, trials, and dangers. In this video, we'll explore the hidden signs that may indicate you're a chosen one and the potential dangers that come with it. We'll also delve into Tolkien's perspective on destiny, courage, and the burdens of being chosen, as reflected in his iconic works like The Lord of the Rings. The first and most telling sign that you may be a chosen one is the weight of responsibility that seems to follow you, often from an early age. This isn't just a fleeting feeling, it's a deep, unshakable awareness that your actions or inactions can have a profound impact on others. You might feel compelled to step in when others won't, take charge in challenging situations, or feel a moral obligation to fix problems that aren't even yours. This sense of responsibility might come without any clear reason, as if something larger than yourself is nudging you toward a purpose you don't yet fully understand. J.R.R. Tolkien masterfully illustrated this concept through the character of Frodo Baggins in The Lord of the Rings. Frodo begins his journey as an unassuming hobbit, living a peaceful life in the Shire. Yet, when the One Ring comes into his possession, he feels an immediate and overwhelming responsibility to ensure it doesn't fall into the wrong hands. He didn't seek this role. It was thrust upon him. This mirrors the experience of many chosen ones who don't necessarily want the burden but recognize the importance of carrying it. The weight of responsibility may manifest in small ways at first, taking care of a sibling, standing up for a friend, or being the one people turn to for guidance. But over time, it becomes a defining aspect of who you are. The danger here lies in the toll it takes on you. Constantly feeling responsible for others can lead to burnout, self-neglect, and even resentment. Tolkien understood this and wove it into Frodo's journey. The longer Frodo bore the ring, the more it drained him physically, emotionally, and spiritually. In your own life, it's essential to recognize when this weight is becoming too much to bear. While being a chosen one often means stepping into roles of leadership or sacrifice, it doesn't mean doing so alone. Learning to accept help from others, as Frodo did with Sam, is a crucial part of navigating this responsibility without losing yourself in the process. Another hallmark of being a chosen one is the pervasive sense of isolation and loneliness that often accompanies your journey. This isn't just the occasional feeling of being alone. It's a deeper, existential sense of being different from those around you. You may find it difficult to relate to others, as if they can't fully understand the path you're on or the challenges you face. This isolation can stem from the unique pressures and expectations placed upon you, as well as the sacrifices you must make to fulfill your purpose. Tolkien captured this theme poignantly in The Lord of the Rings, where characters like Frodo, Aragorn, and Gandalf all experience profound moments of solitude. Frodo, in particular, feels increasingly alienated as he progresses on his journey. The farther he gets from the Shire, the more he realizes that the life he once knew will never be the same. His mission sets him apart, creating a chasm between him and those who cannot understand the burden he carries. This sense of loneliness isn't limited to physical isolation. It's also emotional. Frodo cannot fully explain the corrupting influence of the ring to his companions, just as a chosen one in real life may struggle to articulate the complexities of their journey. The danger of this isolation is twofold. On one hand, it can lead to feelings of despair and hopelessness, as if you're the only one who can shoulder your burdens. On the other hand, it can make you reluctant to trust others, cutting you off from the support you need. Tolkien's characters demonstrate the importance of overcoming these dangers. Aragorn, for instance, initially resists his role as the rightful king of Gondor, fearing the weight of leadership and the loneliness it entails. However, he ultimately embraces his destiny with the help of allies who remind him that even the strongest leaders need support. For a chosen one, the key to navigating loneliness is understanding that while your journey may be unique, you are not entirely alone. Like Frodo's fellowship, there are people who believe in your purpose and are willing to walk alongside you, even if they can't fully comprehend your experience. Recognizing and embracing these connections can help alleviate the sting of isolation, allowing you to draw strength from the bonds you form along the way. It's also a reminder that your solitude, while challenging, is part of what shapes you into someone capable of fulfilling your role. Life for those who are chosen is rarely smooth or easy. Instead, it is often marked by unexplainable challenges that seem to arise at every turn. These challenges are not random, but appear as if they are deliberate tests meant to shape and refine you. They can take many forms: personal struggles, professional setbacks, betrayals, or even moments of intense doubt. Often, they feel insurmountable, leaving you questioning your strength, your worth, and whether you are truly capable of overcoming them. In J.R.R. Tolkien's world, this concept of trials shaping the chosen is at the heart of many characters' arcs. Frodo's journey to Mordor is fraught with hardship at every step, from the dangerous landscapes he must cross to the relentless pursuit of enemies like the Nazgul. Yet, the most profound challenges Frodo faces are internal. The weight of the One Ring becomes heavier with each passing day, corrupting his mind and spirit. These trials are not merely obstacles to be overcome. They are transformative experiences that test the very core of who Frodo is. Through these struggles, Tolkien demonstrates that the challenges faced by the chosen are essential to their growth, even if they come at a great cost. In real life, these trials might not involve mythical artifacts or dark lords, but they are no less significant. You may find yourself repeatedly facing situations that push you to your limits, forcing you to confront fears, insecurities, or unresolved traumas. These challenges often feel unfair, as if the universe has singled you out for suffering. However, much like Frodo or Aragorn, these difficulties are often what prepare you for your ultimate purpose. They forge resilience, wisdom, and strength, equipping you to handle the weight of your destiny. One of the dangers of these unexplainable challenges is the risk of succumbing to despair. It's easy to feel overwhelmed when every step forward seems to be met with resistance. Tolkien's characters illustrate this danger vividly. Frodo, for example, comes perilously close to giving up, especially as the ring's influence grows stronger. Aragorn, too, faces moments of self-doubt, questioning whether he has the right to claim the throne of Gondor. These moments of despair are natural, but they also serve as critical turning points. It is in these darkest moments that the chosen must dig deep, finding strength they didn't know they had, and leaning on those who support them. Another risk is the temptation to abandon the path altogether. The hardships of being chosen can be so intense that giving up may seem like the easiest option. Yet, as Tolkien's stories remind us, walking away from your purpose often has dire consequences, not just for yourself, but for those who rely on you. Frodo could have turned back at countless points on his journey, but doing so would have left Middle-earth vulnerable to Sauron's dominion. In your own life, abandoning your mission may mean leaving problems unresolved or missing the opportunity to make a meaningful impact. To navigate these challenges, it's crucial to adopt the mindset of a hero in training. Rather than viewing obstacles as punishment, see them as opportunities for growth. Each setback teaches you something valuable about yourself, about others, and about the world. These lessons are what ultimately prepare you for the responsibilities and triumphs that lie ahead. Additionally, remember that you don't have to face these challenges alone. Just as Frodo had Sam, Aragorn had his loyal companions, and Gandalf had the Fellowship, you too have allies who can help lighten your load. Lean on them when the path becomes too difficult to walk alone. The unexplainable challenges that mark the path of the chosen are not meant to break you, even if they sometimes feel as though they might. Instead, they are meant to mold you into the person you were always meant to be. Embracing these trials with courage and perseverance is what sets the chosen apart, allowing them to fulfill their destiny and make a lasting impact on the world. One of the clearest and most profound signs of being a chosen one is the sense of an inner calling, a pull so strong that it feels as if it originates from a place beyond yourself. This calling is not merely a vague sense of ambition or a dream. It is a deep, often inexplicable urge to pursue a specific path or purpose, even when doing so defies logic, comfort, or conventional expectations. It might feel like a voice whispering in your ear, a magnetic force guiding your decisions, or an unshakable conviction that you were meant to do something extraordinary. This calling can come in many forms, but what unites all chosen ones is the inability to ignore it. J.R.R. Tolkien illustrated this inner calling beautifully in his works, particularly through the character of Frodo Baggins. Frodo didn't seek adventure, fame, or glory. In fact, like most hobbits, he cherished the simple, peaceful life of the Shire. Yet, when the One Ring came into his possession, he felt an undeniable pull to take action. Even though he was terrified and uncertain of his ability to succeed, Frodo could not ignore the call to carry the ring to Mordor. His journey was not one of choice, but of necessity, a testament to the power of a calling that transcends personal desires. In real life, this calling often manifests as a sense of purpose that doesn't go away, no matter how much you try to suppress or avoid it. It might be a persistent idea, a feeling that you are meant to help others in a specific way, or a vision of a future you are destined to create. For some, the calling may be clear from an early age, while for others, it emerges gradually over time, revealing itself through experiences and challenges. Regardless of how it appears, the calling demands attention. Ignoring it can lead to feelings of restlessness, dissatisfaction, or even despair, as if a part of you knows that you are not living in alignment with your true purpose. The danger of this calling lies in its intensity and the sacrifices it often requires. Following your calling may mean leaving behind a comfortable life, stepping into the unknown, or facing judgment from others who don't understand your path. Tolkien captured this tension in Frodo's reluctance to leave the Shire. He knew the journey would be perilous, and there were moments when he wished someone else could take on the burden. Yet, he also knew that the calling was his and his alone. Similarly, those who feel a calling in real life often find that it demands courage, resilience, and the willingness to endure hardship. Another challenge of a calling is the uncertainty that comes with it. While the pull may feel strong, the path forward is often unclear. You may not know exactly what steps to take, and the journey may feel overwhelming. This is where Tolkien's concept of faithful perseverance becomes invaluable. Frodo didn't know how he would destroy the ring, or even if he would survive the journey, but he took the first step and trusted that the way would reveal itself. For those who feel a calling in their own lives, the key is to take that first step, no matter how small, and trust that clarity will come with action. It's also important to recognize that the calling may evolve over time. What begins as a vague sense of purpose can develop into a clearer mission as you gain experience and insight. This evolution is a natural part of the journey, and it mirrors the growth of Tolkien's characters. Frodo, for example, begins his quest thinking he is merely a courier for the ring, but over time, he realizes the full weight of his role as the ring bearer. In the same way, your understanding of your calling will deepen as you move forward. While the calling can feel isolating, it's important to remember that you are not alone in following it. Just as Frodo had the Fellowship to support him, you too have allies, whether they are friends, mentors, or even strangers who resonate with your mission. These individuals may not fully understand your journey, but they believe in you and your purpose. Leaning on them for guidance and encouragement can make the path less daunting. Ultimately, the calling is both a gift and a challenge. It is a sign that you have a role to play in something larger than yourself, and it offers the opportunity to make a meaningful impact on the world. Embracing this calling, despite the fear and uncertainty it may bring, is what defines a chosen one. By following the pull of your purpose with courage and determination, you step into your true potential and fulfill the destiny that has been waiting for you all along. One of the most challenging and telling signs of being a chosen one is the opposition you attract. This can manifest in many forms: people who doubt or envy you, obstacles that seem to appear out of nowhere, or even internal forces like fear and self-doubt. Being chosen often places you in the spotlight, whether you want to be there or not, and with that visibility comes resistance. It's as though the very act of stepping into your purpose triggers forces, both external and internal, that seek to test your resolve. In J.R.R. Tolkien's The Lord of the Rings, opposition is a recurring theme that highlights the dangers faced by those on a heroic journey. Frodo, for instance, is relentlessly pursued by the Nazgul, agents of Sauron who are drawn to the power of the One Ring. The closer Frodo gets to fulfilling his mission, the greater the opposition he faces. This is no accident. The very act of carrying the ring, an object of immense power, makes him a target. In the same way, chosen ones in real life often find that stepping into their purpose draws challenges and adversaries who seek to undermine them. This opposition can come from people around you. Those who see your potential may feel threatened by it, leading to jealousy, criticism, or even sabotage. These individuals may question your abilities, dismiss your dreams, or attempt to dissuade you from your path. In some cases, they might not even realize they're acting out of fear or insecurity. Their opposition may stem from their own unfulfilled potential or a fear of change. Tolkien understood this dynamic well, as seen in characters like Boromir, whose desire for the ring leads him to betray Frodo, even though he later redeems himself. Opposition isn't always external. Often, the greatest adversary is within. Self-doubt, fear, and feelings of inadequacy can be just as formidable as any external enemy. Frodo's internal struggle with the ring is a powerful example of this. The ring doesn't just weigh him down physically, it also preys on his mind, tempting him with visions of power while eroding his sense of self. In real life, this internal opposition might look like procrastination, perfectionism, or a persistent belief that you're not good enough. These inner battles can be even harder to overcome because they feel so personal and insidious. Another form of opposition comes in the shape of unexpected obstacles. These are the moments when life seems to conspire against you. Plans fall apart, resources become scarce, or new challenges arise just as you think you've made progress. Tolkien's characters often face such obstacles. Frodo and Sam encounter treacherous landscapes, hostile creatures, and betrayal from allies, each of which threatens to derail their mission. These obstacles can feel like signs that you're on the wrong path, but more often than not, they are tests of your resilience and commitment. The danger of opposition is that it can make you question your purpose. When faced with criticism, betrayal, or setbacks, it's natural to wonder if you're truly meant to walk this path. This doubt can lead to paralysis or even giving up entirely. Tolkien shows us the importance of perseverance in the face of opposition. Frodo continues his journey not because it's easy, but because he understands that the stakes are too high to turn back. Similarly, those who are chosen must learn to push forward, even when the road is fraught with difficulty. Another danger is the temptation to compromise. When faced with opposition, it might seem easier to take shortcuts, abandon your values, or settle for less than your true purpose. This is a theme Tolkien explored through characters like Saruman, who starts as a wise and noble figure but succumbs to the lure of power, ultimately becoming an agent of Sauron. For chosen ones, staying true to your mission and integrity is essential, even when the opposition seems overwhelming. To overcome opposition, it's important to cultivate both inner strength and external support. Inner strength comes from understanding your purpose and believing in your ability to fulfill it. This means confronting your fears, acknowledging your doubts, and finding ways to move forward despite them. External support, on the other hand, comes from surrounding yourself with allies who believe in you and your mission. Just as Frodo had Sam, Aragorn, and the Fellowship, you too can draw strength from those who stand by your side. These allies might not be able to fight your battles for you, but they can provide encouragement, perspective, and practical help when you need it most. Opposition is an inevitable part of being chosen, but it is also what makes the journey meaningful. Each challenge you face is an opportunity to grow stronger, wiser, and more determined. The forces that oppose you are a testament to the significance of your mission. If it weren't important, there wouldn't be so much resistance. By facing and overcoming this opposition, you not only prove your worth, but also fulfill the destiny that makes you a chosen one. The path may not be easy, but it is through these trials that you truly become the person you were meant to be.